Hey Internet, Eric here. This is a totally unplanned video. It's as of this recording, it's late at night. I've been thinking about doing this for a while now. I'll probably upload this tomorrow. So if you're watching this, I uploaded this the night before. Totally unplanned, shooting from the hip type of video. And here's why. Uh, Recently I had a one-on-one type of, I guess you'd say, interview video done, and one of the points brought up in said video was that people enjoy me as a person because I don't sugarcoat it. I'm not a dick at times, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to say I'm a dick when I don't sugarcoat it, but I tell people things that they need to hear and not necessarily what they want to hear, you know what I mean? I give advice when people need it, um, especially about being a YouTuber. And the reason why I want to make this video, or just, I didn't know if I was going to, because it's about some drama that already started with some people that I associate with, either being, friends with for a while or just YouTube associates, I guess. I don't fucking know. YouTube associates. They already said their piece. And, but it made me think about a lot of drama in general. So I'm not going to just specifically talk about one incident, but I'll say, I'll keep it vague, but say what kind of kicked this off. Before anyone wants to point fingers, I myself, less than 5 years ago, was going through my own shit, and I was involved in some drama, and I am guilty of a lot. I'm guilty about at least half of that incident. You know what I mean? And I thought I had ruined some friendships, burned some bridges, and since then, I admitted my mistakes, and those, to my knowledge, those friendships have been repaired. You know what I mean? And since that, and regardless of what, a lot of people will use excuses. I was going through a rough time. I had a lot of stuff building up, what have you. In the end, and then I said this myself. In the end, we're all adults, and we make these decisions concerning our actions, regardless of how shit our life is at that time. We still decide to do what we do. So after I made that apology and tried to repair those friendships, my dad had passed away. And that was a real wake-up call. It made me realize that, you know what? We can go at any time. You know what I mean? My dad passed. He was 69 years old. And I had, honestly, what Stone Cold Steve Austin would call a come to Jesus moment. It made me realize this shit isn't worth it. It really isn't worth any of this drama, this infighting on YouTube. YouTube is literally a fucking app where you record videos talking about movies, talking about wrestling, cooking, any type of tutorials, even fucking politics if you want to do that. You have a passion for something, you want to get it out there and possibly connect with people, have conversations, make friends, what have you. And one thing I said in that interview is some people aren't made for YouTube. And it's true, because you're going to have to deal with the assholes out there. And some people are built to do it. Some people aren't. And some people, honestly, they are built for it, but they have so much going on in their life that they don't need this bullshit going on. You know what I mean? So this incident I'm talking about, not going to name names, not going to say what happened because it's well documented. It's, people have said what they said. Apologies were made, what have you. But what I will say this is it was a total misunderstanding. But the problem is how it went about. Accusations were made without proof. People not involved were dragged in. It was a mistake done by YouTube, what have you. Either way. And it got me thinking that, it's, you really need to look at yourself to see if it's really worth getting into these silly little arguments. Like, all friends argue. All friends argue. I argue with my friends all the fucking time. I argue with my YouTube friends all the fucking time, about movies that I love, that they love, and we don't agree, we don't get it. But that's what friends do. The problem is when the way certain things are worded, the way accusations may have been made, you may hit that person at like the worst time in their fucking life. And again, it's all in how you hold yourself. And it's funny coming from me. You know, I am no saint. I have done my share of bullshit. But like I said, I've come to learn that it's not worth it. If someone really makes you mad on YouTube, whether you're right or not, is it really worth poking the bear? And not like poking the bear like, you know, prodding and teasing friends or random strangers because they're being a dick before, you know, something like that. I'm just talking about like literally starting shit. And you could, like I said, it's kind of like, you know, someone asks a celebrity for an autograph and they either say no or they're grumpy at a convention. You don't know what they did that day. You don't know. They could have, you know, they could have lost a loved one. They could have, you know, had their house foreclosed on or some bullshit. So when you make like an accusation or you do something, you poke and prod, somebody might have their breaking point and decide, you know, they want to quit YouTube. And I'm talking about, I know multiple situations, not just this one in specifics. And again, it's picking battles and realizing, is it worth it? I know I've been repeating myself a lot, but the problem really is, in the end, when you jump guns and act that way, especially if you're proven wrong, it just makes you look the fool. It makes you look bad. And it's all in how you also apologize. Some apologies can come off genuine. It all depends on who you do. Me personally, when I fucked up big time, I sent a video to said person so they couldn't misinterpret it through text. You know what I mean? Because in some instances, your apologies can come off condescending, fake, backhanded with some of the words you use. You know what I mean? I'm not saying make a public apology or even do a video, but it just think about what you did to affect this person, especially if proven wrong. Another thing to think about is you can burn those bridges, but also think about, because remember, this is YouTube. This is social media in general. People are going to believe, 9 times out of 10, they're going to believe the first story first. They're going to believe the accusation before the defense. 1 second, please. Allergies, coughing fit. Sorry about that. They're going to usually believe the accusation before the defense. And, I mean, it all depends. You know, some of these people that are believing the accuser, I guess you would say, could be friends, people that have known this person for a long time. So they're going to believe them regardless. The problem is when this accuser is proven wrong, it can also affect anyone that they associate with. Because, just think about it. Let's just say that you do some type of collaboration with someone, or you just roll with people in general. A lot of people who know the affected, again, especially if proven wrong, will probably choose not to support those friends or collaborators just because you're involved too. So this is why you got to think things out. You know what I mean? People are smarter than they seem. I know this is 2023. A lot of people are morons. You know what I mean? Trust me. I'm not going to get into it and get on my soapbox for like that. But also, a lot of people are smarter than they think. And they just will choose not to support anyone associated with this person. And I'm not talking about, again, take a shot every fucking time I say this person. this incident, and the accuser, because there are other ways. I know people are doing things to just poke the bear, cause problems, and I know it's affected their channels as well. And it's affected their associates as well, because loyalty. Some people are super loyal to the end. You know what I mean? Um, so like this situation with the accusation, I've seen people that I know can be jealous of other people's YouTube success. Um, can't put two and two together, can't prove, but I know some of that jealousy is probably leading to channels being deleted, and I know that that has affected those people who we think might have caused that deletion to lose subscribers and have their associates lose subscribers. I know of instances where people have literally had live streams out of the blue happen during other more, I don't want to say successful live or YouTubers, but YouTubers that have had a resurgence in subscribers. They double the one person subscriber count, and then this one person who out of the blue would just make these live streams, would even title it something to knock the more successful live streamers title. And I know that affects a lot of people. I know that has driven some people away from their channel. Again, what I'm trying to say, I've been mumbling for fucking 12 minutes. Use your brains. Realize it's not worth it. I get how this is an outlet for some people. I don't have a lot of friends outside of YouTube myself. I use social media as a way to communicate with friends. I use social media as a way to communicate, make videos. I've made some great friendships here. But I also know that it's not worth causing drama over. Because in the end, you look like the ass if you start this. Just have fun. And remember when social media was fun? Remember when YouTube was fun? I've mentioned it many times before. The horror community in general. Handful of years ago, it was dog shit. Infighting everywhere, myself included. Everyone hated everybody. Everyone was throwing shit at everybody. Some of it stuck. And then that stuff stopped. And the horror community now, or the movie community, I will say, it's gotten so much better. So much better than how it was before. But then you always have those people that just gotta fucking put a hole in the boat. You know what I mean? And let that water come through so you can kind of sink. It's a sad state of affairs when you have those type of people out there. So my advice to people that are being affected by these people: sleep on it before you make any decisions, any rash decisions. Figure out who you want to associate with. If these people are dicks, causing unnecessary trouble, block them, move on, never bring them up. Because when I was dealing with my own shit, like people literally coming after me, I never said a word. You show them that you're affected, then it gives them that opportunity to poke the bear some more. Now to the other side, my advice is, again, this is just an app to talk movies, make videos on whatever you want. If you're really upset about something like someone has more subscribers than you, they tend to go to their lives. People tend to go to their live streams more than they go to yours. People aren't watching your videos because they don't leave comments. Anything like that, you know what I mean? Claiming that they don't watch your videos when you can't prove that, because maybe they're watching your videos on their television, like I do. think about, is it really worth it? Because there's always that chance you can be proven wrong. And once it's on the internet, kind of like porn, you do that homemade porn. If it's on the internet, it's there for life. Because trust me, I guarantee you, someone has screenshotted that thing you said. And there are some people that will never get rid of that screenshot. And they will use that to their advantage to show people, hey, don't trust this person. Now, maybe if you were going to jump the gun to accusations like that, or if something like a subscriber count or a view count or no comments is really affecting you, maybe you aren't built for YouTube. You know what I mean? I get, I love the interaction too, but hey, sometimes I don't get a single fucking comment on any of my videos. Whoop-de-doo. You should probably look into yourself and realize that that stuff happens. You know what I mean? And it's not worth exploding over. So, I don't know if this video is going to go anywhere, and I don't really care. Like I said, this isn't a clickbait video. This is not a video for views. It just really bugged me that I've been noticing a lot of instances like this, not just the most recent one. And it's just not worth it, because in the end, you're going to affect yourself, your channel, and anyone associated with you, because loyalty is a motherfucker. And you might not realize it, but you might affect your buddies too, if they're YouTubers. So with that, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to be done. Don't comment below. You don't have to. If you know who I'm talking about or what I'm talking about, don't say it, because that's just going to cause drama, and I'm going to delete your comment. You know what I mean? And honestly, if you're watching to the end here, hopefully you're watching the whole video. I've just said don't comment below about any of these instances if you know who's involved. I'm going to tell you straight up, if you do, I will block you from my channel. I will unsubscribe to your content, because it's not worth it, because you saying names is just going to cause more drama. So again, like I was saying, see, is it worth it? So with that, I hope everybody's doing fine. I'm glad this situation is over. I'm glad those affected have decided to move on. I hope the multiple people who have started some shit maybe look at themselves in the mirror and realize that, you know what? If I'm jealous of someone, I'll unsub from them. And I won't follow anyone who wants to promote their stuff, because I don't want to know what they're doing, how successful they are. Or if for some reason I don't think someone's supporting me, I'll just unsub and not give a shit. It's easier that way than causing drama. Anyways, it's like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm probably going to upload this right now and go to bed. I don't know if I'm going to delete it or not, but we'll see. Fuck it. Good night. Cheers. Stupid.